Oh,
Hi, Tara. Welcome. First question is, can you tell us who you are and what you do?
I'm Tara Robertson, and I'm the Accessibility Librarian at Keeper BC.
Fantastic. Can you explain a little bit of what that role means?
We're an organization that serves students with print disabilities at 20 post-secondary institutions in BC, and we format shift print textbooks into digital versions that students with print disabilities can use.
Very cool. What role does Creative Commons play in the work that you do?
Most of the digitization that we're doing for students with print disabilities is copyrighted works. So there's an exemption in the Canadian Copyright Act that allows us to do what we do. I think for me, Creative Commons, I think about it mostly as a content creator when I'm writing blog posts or the slides or the content from talks that I do at conferences. Yeah, I've always used a CC license.
And then we just spoke about, but I'll get you to maybe extend on your thoughts around publishing in closed versus open journals.
Oh yeah, so I've been thinking a little bit about most of the writing I've done has been really informal, either on my blog or on other people's blogs. And I've had the opportunity to write some stuff for peer-reviewed journals, and it's been interesting thinking about where I want to publish. And talking to colleagues like Amy Buckland around decisions that they've made around publishing in the open so that they can access the materials and other colleagues can too. So it's interesting to kind of think through my values in terms of scholarly publication.
Great. What would it mean for you to be Creative Commons certified? Benefit or help in your career?
I'm not sure it would help me much, but I'm thinking about people who work as copyright librarians, and a lot of them go through like a certification process, or go through a series of copyright courses, and I think being able to have that sort of designation or certification so people could understand that they know like the core ideas or that they're sort of an expert in that area would be really useful.
Where, at what stage did they get that extra or certification? Like, is that happening in their master's program, or is that?
I think people generally take classes outside of their master's program.
Okay.
So when they're working, and then they're taking those courses on top.
Like an access program or something.
Yeah, or like usually their classes through, I think, Special Libraries Association, and there's a couple of copyright librarians who teach online.
Okay, that's great. If you come across those, it would be great to see those.
I think Leslie Ellen Harris is the person who mostly teaches those.
Okay, that sounds very familiar. Awesome. You've said a little bit already. I don't know if you want to expand on what it would mean to your peers. Is there anyone else in the library community other than the copyright librarians that you think that this would be a valuable course for?
I think for people working in scholarly communications, it could be really useful, or people working with researchers. As libraries start to curate data and data sets, it would be useful to kind of have that certification, because then people would know that not only are they dealing with a Scholar Comms person, but they're dealing with someone who has like significant understanding in that area.
Cool. And last question, I know you've spoken a little bit about using user experiences, but what might earning a Creative Commons certificate look like to you? If you think about what great programs you've taken, is there any pieces of those things that you think would be really important for us to include?
Are you thinking about it as like an online learning experience?
We are also talking about it running for sort of a year running in person, where I would run it at conferences, just to kind of get the word, but that it would run both synchronously and asynchronously.
I think like I haven't had great online learning experiences. They've all been really kind of linear and taking information and kind of just shoving it in an LMS, and that's not really exciting for me. I like the idea of being able to do some of the like getting the knowledge stuff down and then going to a conference and discussing some of the edge cases with colleagues.
Mm-hmm.
You're also developing relationships, and you're also kind of building a community of practice and a cohort of people who's going to be stepping through similar stuff.
Yeah.
Similar issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we spoke about this in the last call, that also some of the questions that you're more likely to go to a peer before approaching like an organization like Creative Commons, or approaching at the university level your law department, legal department, that it would be great to have a cohort, as you say, to be able to say like, hey, I'm not sure about this thing. I think it might be a dumb question, but what do you think about this? Like what, instead of having to approach a bigger org.
Some of like the bigger copyright listservs are not, they're really intimidating, and some of them are notoriously unfriendly. So having a group of people who you trust and like who you want to figure things out with, I think would be really beneficial.
Yeah, fantastic.
I would look at some of the stuff like around open source communities and community management, around like how you would work with a cohort of people to get engaged, or kind of onboard them about like what the culture of learning and the culture of sharing information together is going to look like. I think some open source communities do a really good job of that.
What, is there any off the top of your head that you think do a really good job, or?
Ugh. I don't have a specific example for that.
No, that's fine. No problem. Okay, cool. That's all I have for now. Is there anything else you want to add or jump in?
Cool. Very nice to chat with you.
Yeah, really good to chat with you. We'll talk to you again soon. I'll send you all the details on it.
Have a good night. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.